But you could see that how lyrics get finessed, and the Sense Police, they come round, they knock on the door, you're not in, but they leave a note. And then they, in the middle of the night, they knock down the door and they've got the torchlights on you, and it's like, makes sense!
This video is being sponsored by our friends at GPU Audio, who are about to release their plugin suite for Mac OS. More from me in a bit. It illustrates further how the songs on this album, kind of travel through time, from...
Yeah, I mean, that's nice to think you can do that, and I just feel like that. It feels like, I suppose, I've kind of put my old, not my old, it's a new one, that sounds, but I put on a suit very similar to the kind of one I was wearing around Modern Life.
Right. For these shows.
Yeah. And it's just, that's all I need to do, really, isn't it? Tonight, Matthew.
Yeah.
So, every lyric has these little kind of hidden cache meanings, even if they seem a bit oblique in a few places, like the transcendent. I'm sure, without the explanation, it maybe, but I kind of remember asking a few times through the records, like every single thing has a
See, that's the thing. That's the thing.
Life,
I mean, a lot of my lyrics are very literal, but they just seem so odd. But it's actually just all I'm doing is just telling and just leaving out the more kind of sort of prosaic aspects of it.
Yeah. So there could be like whole big paragraphs either side of that line.
To qualify it.
Fill in the picture. But there's no need for that because you've got...
Well, I mean, you just don't have the time. You don't have the time, do you?
Yeah.
On a record.
Yeah.
It's probably worth hearing the demo on this one, because the demo is quite different. I feel like we worked on this one a bit later in the process, and it was one of the kind of later demos, and it sort of turned into something.
Looked in a mirror and found a rod in passing there. I looked to get find, it proved to run far. I didn't stay like.
It's quite a cool sound, that. Couldn't put that in,
I'm over it. I'm only rough song. I'm the main kind in a room.
Did they put drums on this?
Yeah, that's the thing. If you listen in a minute, I listened on the way over. I was like, I forgot about that.
Because baby will come for it might be great, it might not look like that now, but I'm all right.
Yeah, that BV became a much bigger part. We've got Graham on it. But obviously it's half time, and I remember being in there, and just we were playing over it. It was like the suggestion came to do the double time thing, and it suddenly turned into this kind of
much more angular,
kind of slightly krauty thing.
But it doesn't lose the vocals are kind of sung the same way they're sung in there, so that's
because there's a space within the song. It felt like it could handle a bit more sort of rhythm, and obviously it kind of would have maybe ended up being a really pretty ballad.
The demo was done somewhere in, like, I don't know, Dallas or something, on a really hot day, really stoned, in like a dodgy room.
So I mean,
that's why it's a bit more,
a bit more woozy.
Yeah. It's nice though. It's,
But it was your suggestion to change the tempo.
I think it might have been actually, but when we were doing it, it's basically everyone was just kind of playing, trying to find out a kind of direction, really, and they were very, Dave and everyone was very sort of eager to just, try different things out and be very open. And it wasn't like, sometimes I have a bit of a battle with drummers where it's like, oh, this is my part, and this, it's not like that at all. It's very, let's just try and find the best thing for the song, you know, which is
we're all in that. That's what I mean. That's why I'm saying it really is a legitimate record.
Yeah, yeah,
because it works within all the classic criteria for that.
Yeah,
yeah, which makes it even more exciting. It's
yeah. I mean, it's a fucking relief, really.
Yeah. Right,
and it's like an honest photograph or a document of where they are in their journey. You know.
Yeah.
That's and so you kind of hope for.
In terms of turning to James and getting James involved in the project, I mean, you mentioned, James, that you'd worked with Graham, you'd worked with Damon individually. Was James always going to be the go-to
Well, I thought he
person,
was the best mediator to start things off.
Right.
Regardless of how musical he is and his great taste. It was just those two individuals who haven't played for a while together. You need someone who can, if it wasn't necessary at all, but just in case. And then he's also knew that he could summon the sense police at any, which I knew was going to be important at some point.
Or just at least have the threat of the sense police in the background.
As I mentioned, GPU Audio are about to release their plugin suite for Mac OS featuring classic modulation and time-based effects. Also, their first partner plugin with Vienna Symphonic Library will be out in a matter of weeks, with more GPU-accelerated plugins coming in the near future. Get the latest news and all their free plugins by heading over to gpu.audio/tape notes. Links in the description below. Thanks to GPU Audio for supporting the show.